Greetings. I am going to be talking about 8 diet tips that I have that honestly work better than Ozempic, and they'll actually keep the weight off rather than going on Ozempic, coming off it and gaining it all back again. So my number one tip is whole plant foods. The key in this is fiber. My God, everyone's talking about protein, but fiber is the thing that keeps you full. We want to be focusing on fruit and veg and beans and oats and whole grains. These things are all very low in calories, but they keep you full, and the reason for that is fiber. The most satiating food in the world is the humble boiled potato, and everyone is scared of potatoes because of sugar, but we don't want sugar in isolation. Like, we don't want most things in isolation. Supplements in isolation, they don't work as well. They're not good. We want the whole food and we want fiber. It's also just great for overall health. Binds to excess estrogen in the body, takes it out, lowers your breast and ovarian cancer risk, keeps your gut microbiome happy, reduces the risk of colon cancer. Like, come on. I would say aim for more than 40 grams a day. I had a client that was terrified of fruit. I got her to start eating fruit and more fibrous foods. She's lost 18 centimeters around the waist since working with me. And that's all credits to fiber. Number 2 is focus on food volume. People often think they need to lose weight by eating less physically in volume. Yes, you have to eat less calories. It's always going to be a rule. You need to eat fewer calories than you burn. However, you don't have to eat less. I eat big portions. You just need to focus on the low calorie foods, which funnily enough are quite similar to the fibrous foods. So we've got vegetables, especially non-starchy vegetables, so good for weight loss. Just bulk up on them. Fruits, also very low in calories, especially high water content fruits. And if you focus on high water content things like soups and stews, so filling, so yummy, and it doesn't feel like you're in a deficit. Number 3 is cut liquid calories. People be going out and buying these coffees which are just pumped full of sugar. You can add 400 calories a drink. Just focus on water and herbal tea. On the whole, drinking your calories is silly and it won't keep you as full. You'll be hungry all the time, and the whole key to weight loss is not being hungry. It's not about willpower. You cannot outsmart your hunger signals. The body will always win. Keep your body full and happy so it doesn't feel like a struggle. Because remember, weight loss is lifestyle changes, not a short-term fix. And another note on liquid calories is alcohol. My God, that stuff is full of calories. Let's just avoid her. She's not good for anyone. Really, really bad for the immune system, the liver. If you're not going to remove it completely, just cut down on it because it's crazy. And your body will always focus on burning alcohol before it burns fat because it's literally a toxin. Bear that in mind. When you drink, your fat storage stops because your body will always try and get rid of alcohol first. Number 4 is delay your first meal or have your final meal a lot earlier. I say delay the first meal just because that's easier with most people's schedules. Dinner is usually a time where people are eating together. You don't even have to fully skip breakfast. Just eat breakfast a bit later if you can. I used to bring my breakfast into work instead of eating it before. So I was still having breakfast at around 11. However, that's quite late. It means then you can have a smaller lunch or skip lunch fully. So it just gives you less time to eat calories. Intermittent fasting isn't anything special. It doesn't do anything crazy. It's just an easy way to cut your calories because I personally think once you start the eating process, it's easy to carry on, and just not eating at all is a good way to turn off the hunger signals, and it's a good way to really tune into when you're actually hungry, not just bored. Number 5 is ditch those ultra processed foods. These things are not filling. I'm not convinced about removing any item fully because I think that can create a good food, bad food kind of rule. However, if you're eating majority of your calories from ultra processed foods, you are never going to be satiated because they all have the fiber stripped from them, very little nutrients. Most of these things are very, very calorie dense. Number 6 is quit oil. I am not a fan of oil. People douse oil over everything without thinking about it. Oil is around 4,000 calories per pound. I don't know why I'm doing pounds, I'm not American, but there you go. Non-starchy vegetables are around 100 calories per pound. That is a huge difference. Oil doesn't have much nutrients, it's just so calorie dense, and people douse it over their potatoes and then blame the potatoes for the problem. If you could do one thing to support fat loss, it would be cut out the oil, and I honestly think most people would see the scales dropping so quickly, and that would be the only thing they'd have to do. Number 7 is mindfully chew. Now this one is almost a note to myself. I scoff down my food quite fast. However, I'm getting better, I'm getting slower. I've noticed that if I go out to eat with other people now, I'm sometimes the slow one or the last one, which is good. So this is definitely a muscle you can train. Just slow down, enjoy the food. You don't have to wolf it down all in one go. Your body takes around 20 minutes to process if it's full. Therefore, slow down. Don't get ahead of your body's signals. If I eat really fast, I'll carry on eating after because I think I'm still hungry. And then bam, it hits me and I'm very full, overly full. Chew properly. Try to chew without screens on and things in the background. Focus on the food. Sometimes I will literally close my eyes and eat if I'm by myself. I haven't done that with my friends yet. Maybe not in social situations, but also maybe in social situations. Just all close your eyes and eat and ignore each other. Focus on the food. You need to let your brain catch up with your stomach. It's been shown people that eat faster are heavier. Just slow down. My final tip, number 8, is to remain consistent. I know this is a boring one, but it's such an important point because people just drop out of these diets. They think the diets are gonna get them to lose weight instantly. But let's be real, you didn't get fat in 2 weeks, so you're not gonna lose the fat in 2 weeks. This is a slow process, and if you want it to last, these are gonna be lifestyle changes that you implement, not just a short fad diet. You will never lose the weight and keep it off if you treat this like a short-term thing. This is lifestyle changes. Why would you want it to be a short-term thing anyway? It's your health. Why is that a short-term thing? And if staying consistent means doing a less dramatic diet, so be it. That's great. That is great. If you're going to be more consistent at a less extreme diet that maybe will have slightly slower weight loss, fine, that's perfect. The slower you lose the weight, the more likely it is you'll keep it off. Don't have a timeline where you're like, I need to be this way by this time. Just make healthier habits and you'll lose weight. It's very simple. Maybe not easy, but weight loss is very, very simple. So yeah, those are my tips. I hope they helped. Share it with anyone that needs it. And I'll catch you in another video.